A mom from Houston is making waves across the country. Her response to an internet bully who called her son ugly is now going viral. She posted this photo of her baby who has Down syndrome playing in the garden after being sick for a week. But when a cyber bully posted a cruel response calling her son ugly, her inspirational response quickly drew a lot of support from thousands of people. The mom wrote an open letter to the bully on her blog saying, quote, now, I don't want to make assumptions about you, but I can guess from your immaturity and ignorance that you know little about the helplessness that parents feel when caring for a sick infant with respiratory issues. This case only highlights the prevalence of cyberbullies. How do you identify them, and what do you do when it is your child being bullied online? Joining us now to talk about this very important topic, psychotherapist Mary Jo Rapini. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We also have Fred Goodall, blogger with mochadad.com. So glad that you were here with us. And we also have Lisa Carey, who writes the blog, The Money Saving Parent. Thank you guys for being here. When I just read that, and it brought tears to my eyes. How could somebody even say that? But this happens every single day. We have lost that motto, if you can't say something nice, don't say it at all, haven't we?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we have, especially on the internet. You hardly get anything nice said, but it's so good to see this outpouring of support and love for this mother. That's the kind of stuff we really need to promote on the internet.
Yeah, I think that it helps when we all support somebody who's hurting like this, don't you?
As a mom, it was beautiful that she was non-judgmental, but yet called this person out and, you know, said exactly what they were being. It is so easy to hide behind a fake name or a fake image and say hurtful things. And I think that's part of why cyberbullying has become such a popular method of being cruel.
Yeah, Mary Jo, when we read something like this, and the woman, I think, responded so brilliantly, and even though she shows to have handled it very well and very maturely, and I'm talking about the mom, obviously, she has to be hurting inside from that. You don't get over stuff like that, do you? I mean, that is right. Hurtful.
That is hurtful, but at the same time, I think because of the support she got, that she understood that it was what she was saying, her words are backed up. And one thing that Lisa and Fred and I were talking about earlier is that the big problem is parents don't know. Like, if they don't know their child's cyber world, and kids spend up to 80% of their time in this virtual world. And if you're unengaged, you know, your kids could do terrible things you're not aware of.
How do you identify it? How do you keep an eye on it all and find out if it's happening?
Well, you know, I think the important thing is to talk to your kids. Start talking to your kids. You know, do you know any online bullies? Have you ever heard of this happening? You know, what kind of advice would you give? Someone who you heard of was being cyber bullied or hurt online, insulted. The more parents start talking and watching what websites their kids are going to.
Fred, what do you think people should do if they find out their child's being bullied online?
I mean, you definitely need to talk to your child. And when things are happening, I tell my daughter, if there's an incident, let me know immediately. And then we can talk to school officials, we can talk to the parents, we can block the person and report that person to the social network. There are so many options, but it starts with having that conversation.
Lisa, do you think that parents are even aware that their child could be a victim of this? Because a lot of times the kids are embarrassed to say anything.
I think that's one of the most difficult things, is for children to be able to talk to their parents, no matter how open the lines of communication are. Sometimes it's difficult. You're embarrassed by it, you're hurt, and you think that it's only happening to you. So the important thing is to just continue to start the conversations ourselves with our children and be a little more proactive as a parent and not wait for them to come to us.
And Mary Jo, there must be some signs that your child's being bullied. What should you look for?
Yeah, well, I think anything like where you notice your child is upset after seeing the computer, if they're spending more time and anxious on the computer, if they don't want you to see, if they shut it down. Usually they withdraw, they get depressed. You'll see a really happy, enthusiastic kid taken down within a matter of weeks.
All right, well, we're out of time, but I want to say that that's also true for regular bullying in real life. I think those same signs happen. If it's happening at school, if you see a change in personality, you need to keep digging and digging until you find out why. And sometimes that might be talking to other parents and other kids, but do what you have to do to take care of the kids. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tom.